Right then, so let's go and see if we can enact another cut-off. Surrounding enemies, cut them off from supplies. That's the way to win wars. Or at least it's the way to win battles. The way to win wars is to just defeat your enemies on their core territory, capture them. You don't need to kill all the armies, you just need to capture their home territories. Okay. These two light tanks, light tank divisions doing great work. Can they go in by themselves though? I can see some very damaged divisions there. They're knackered. I'm going to keep pushing here. We might risk getting ourselves cut off if we're not careful. Can I help with that one? No, we're under attack. I'm hoping some Spanish infantry is going to come and occupy this slot. We should be okay. I've left myself open to a massive risk because we could be cut off here. It's okay, some allies have come and occupied this bit. It's going to be fine. You'll see me do things like this where I get overconfident and quite often just take risks that I really shouldn't. The sensible thing to do would have been to leave one unit in there and push on with the other, which is much easier to do when you have a lot more units in a fight. Right, so we got that one. That's excellent. We're not quite in 37. So if we research something ahead of time, you'll see that it takes a lot longer to do because we are trying to research it before we're kind of developed enough to know what we're doing with that. So it's a bit of a penalty. You can do that though. It's not the end of the world. It's not a problem. There's lots of things in here we could do. I'm waiting for the bonuses for the armor research for that, so that's okay. And in artillery, oh, we can take this. That's good. So at the moment, you can see we have some army experience. So what I'm going to do is, sorry, wrong button. I'm going to click on the recruit and deploy, and we're going to edit our infantry divisions. So this is going to be a bog standard infantry division. You could read all sorts of guides on the internet. They'll tell you all sorts of different templates to do, how to build these up. To start with, a nice simple one. Aim for 20 width. It's not the most powerful size anymore, but it's a good one. It works to start with. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to have just pure infantry in the actual battalions. So I'm going to add one more infantry in there. It costs 5 XP to modify it. That will affect every single infantry division we've got. And that's it. These are going to be a defensive army template. We're going to modify it later to create new ones which are a lot more offensive. They're going to be different. But if you wanted something that was cheap but would hold... let's see, what's our defense here? It's pretty good for this time of the game. It's cheap, simple to make. They're not going to go over onto the offensive. They're just going to hold a line. This would work fine. Engineers and artillery in the support, which is great. And we can put some cavalry recon in there as well. Germans did use such things. So we're going to spend some experience to do that. That one's fine. And that's, for now, we can add other things in, but we're not building a lot of it, so that's fine. And our light tank divisions, these are actually kind of weak. They are kind of weak, but that's okay. They're doing a fine job as they are. I don't know if we've got enough to modify them, as in enough vehicles in reserve. We have a few light tanks in reserve. Oh, I don't think we're making trains. Let's nip over. Not important yet. It will be once we actually get involved in a war ourselves. So we have a nice stock of... I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put it on as a request. It can go at the bottom of the list. It's not urgent. We'll get one factory. So whenever we get a spare factory, it's going to fill this one up first for the fighters. It's going to put one producing trains. And we can leave that ticking away. So we've got more infantry in there. Let's add that to the Polish force. 14 divisions. I'll probably bring more offensive units over here when we do go to war with Poland. And I probably should have something on that border. So let's get training. We're going to go for a big order here. Now, army size is 24. I'm going 27. So that's the maximum I can put in at the moment. We've got 27 divisions, and you can see we don't have the equipment for it. That's going to show up as a massive deficit of infantry equipment. But it's okay. It's okay. The guys will just wait till we've produced it. So our tanks. Did our tanks do anything? Can I get involved in this fight? Yes, I can. So we kind of need I mean, this is a losing fight. It's because we can't get in on it, that's why. They've got knackered these divisions. Now our guys are in. And the space and the tanks are making a difference. So I think we'll be able to defeat that. That's cool. We want to try and cut this off before... Oh, it's too late. They got out. If we'd cut this off first, all those divisions would have been trapped and surrendered. And that would have been excellent. So we've got some free dockyards. This has happened because all our other ships have been built. Excellent. So we're going to leave the convoys going. They can be at the least priority. The further down this construction list something is, the less of a priority it is for receiving the materials. So if you want something that, if you've got limited materials, which we do. We have a shortage of rubber. That's no surprise. And then we'd put the vehicle that uses rubber that's least important to the bottom, and then like our aircraft will take it before the trucks do. Makes sense, right? So we can put those at the bottom. Well, trucks are kind of important, but we'll get the planes built up, and we're going to sort the rubber situation out anyway. So we are going to build some new ships. Actually, I'm going to just alter this to make sure we've always got 10 dockyards available for repairs at any one time. They will be used to build with, but they will go over to repair if something is required. So we want, I'm guessing this is our best submarine at the moment, the Type 2A. Can I see what it's got? We can spend naval experience, which we don't have, to improve its stealth and reliability and torpedo attack and engine. This is excellent. I've never seen this, and I'll tell you why I've never seen it. When I bought Hearts of Iron 4, it came as a little bundle. It had the expansion in called Man the Guns, or DLC, or whatever you want to call it. And it changes how this works. So I have never seen the naval side work like this, but it's fine. This is a nice, simple way of doing it if you don't want to design the ships yourself. And trust me, once you've done that for 1,000 hours, there's not necessarily a huge bonus in doing it. So we're going to put these into Rostock. They can take position there. Do I want them there? Because they won't be able to get out of here. No, I'm going to change that. Mind you, it's a nice, safe place to train. Yeah, I'll leave them there. That's fine. So we're building submarines. That's going to be our plan. Click on this tab, we can take a look at what we've currently got. So actually, I'm going to join the two surface fleets up. We have a load of regular subs there. None of these are trained in the slightest. Let's get all the submarines and put them in there. And that leaves us with 4 destroyers. Oh, yeah, we need destroyers. Right, okay. I'm going to take the destroyers. I'm going to click on New Theatre. This is how I like to organise all my shipping. We're going to call this Escorts. You don't need to do this at all, I should say, but this is how I just find this easier to do it like this. We're going to change... Actually, let's put a commander in. So we'd like someone who's looks like they're going to be a good destroyer commander. I don't think it really matters too much. I don't think at the start of the game we're going to have anyone with amazing stats. Naval speed and naval damage. That could be... I think he could be good for a submarine, but we might have a proper submarine. Yeah, Donitz, I think. Seawolf, submarine attack. He's going to be our sub-commander. Definitely. We've got a couple of guys with this then, so let's put him in. Can we give him any perks? Nope, we can't. That's okay. And let's change the symbol. I'm going to change it to a shield. I'm going to put the colour. Let's make it silver. It stands out then. And let's change that on the fleet as well. Silver shield, because they're going to defend our convoys. And all we're going to do is get these guys training like that. We can also, actually, new theatre for the submarines. You can make mine lane. I think you can make mine lane submarines. Maybe you can't. Maybe you can't in the base game. Ah, no, I bet you can't. I bet that came in with the Man the Guns expansion, so we're not going to be doing that then. Right, subs. That's fine. Nice and easy. We're going to give them Karl Donitz, or Dönitz. He gets to pick... Ooh, Silent Hunter or Screen Penetration. They're probably going to go after convoys, so I think Screen Penetration is as important. I'm going to go for Torpedo Reveal Chance, which makes them even stealthier, and Torpedo Expert. And Loading Drill Master to get the cooldown. Excellent. These guys, this guy's going to be dangerous. Real dangerous. Right, let's change that over to... Let's have a look. Where's the submarine? Is there a submarine symbol? Let's make it yellow, because I'm a Beatles fan. And then that's cool. And we can put these guys on training as well. So when they're training, they will generate naval experience, which is very useful. They will use a bit of fuel, so you have to watch out for that. And they will have accidents and need repairing, but we should be okay. We should be fine. So, back over here. Let me find where my tanks got to. They've currently got no orders, and they're a little bit short on fuel. So let me bring them down to where they can fight. We're going to fight down here. I'm going to bring them over here. Hopefully they'll get... Yeah, that's better. They're getting supplies again. And we're going to try and push through this bit. If we can. We've discovered the radio, which is excellent. Always good. Still in 36. We're in good time. We can research stuff ahead if we want. Over on the naval side of things... What's that? 36. So... I don't really want to focus on battleships because we're going to be going up against the Royal Navy. The French Navy at the start, which is brutal as well. So I'm not going to look for like surface engagements. We have a tiny fleet of capital ships, really. Some anti-tank stuff isn't a bad idea, but not strictly necessary. That's not ready. I'm going to pick... This might be a bit of a dull choice. I'm actually going to pick military police to start with. Because when we start occupying things, we're going to have to garrison them. And if we can put military police into the garrison units, then it's better for us. It's easy to do it. So because there's nothing urgently I want to develop there, because we're ahead of time with things, I'm going to get the drop on that, because I often leave that too late and forget about it. Come on, let's get in there. We've got 2 divisions here. This is to capture this port, and once we've got that one, we can then we'll grab that Malaga, and then we'll chase these guys away. See if we can get Almira. I wonder if we maybe do a huge... It's okay. It's okay. Right then, treaty with the USSR. Details. So they have to agree to this, and they might not, which is a downside. Air innovations would give us some air bases, some nice experience, some Chief of the Air Force advisors. We'll get them fairly quick. But now it is definitely time, I think, to go and get some construction bonuses and get the economy going. We'll see if the USSR agrees to our options there. Oil processing, great. We're building our own fuel plants. Let's go straight in. It's a bit ahead of time, but I'm going to pick it now because it's not far ahead, and we'll get that. There is some research bonuses we can get for that as well. Germany has no natural oil or rubber, or at least not much in the way of oil. I'll have a look. But the Germans have accepted it. Excellent. So actually, we can go to this. I'm going to change that right away because we haven't spent anything in it. And I'm going to go straight in to getting... Oh, we can go for heavy tanks as well, which would be hilarious. But no, I'm going to go for this. There's a bit of a penalty for it because we are well ahead of time, but I want it going. And then we're going to get the Panzer III, Panzer IV. We're going to have medium tanks ready for when we kick the war off properly. Excellent stuff. So we're going to scoot round behind these. I'm going to guess that we're not actually... Oh, we are. We are in the fight there. Excellent. Keep pushing. I'm going to go for the port. This is nice. I mean, they did get there just ahead of us, but they are so badly beaten up. We're going to keep chasing them. We've got faster divisions than they have, which is awesome stuff. And I'm going to try and break that, but I could have done with some help from the other side. So we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way by driving at them really fast and really hard with guns blazing and see if they break. I'm not going to put any more commanders into there. Oh, I could actually put Rommel in there. I've got him as a... Have I got him in there? Oh, I need more points. He's a genius. But yeah, that would be very useful. So if they're marked as a genius, then they're usually well worth taking. And we are going to be using tanks, so that's going to be a thing. If we get that, which we have, I'm only going to take one. We're going to try and... I can support with the other one, though. The other one doesn't have to move. you hold down Alt and right click, it will support the fight without moving in. You can do that with any divisions. Very, very useful. I'm going to send this guy in here. Great stuff. Okay. So let's see. What have we got recruited over here? One more. I'll put him into the Polish force. You can see they've got probably enough forces on that front line. They'll hold that. Provide a nice solid front. Excellent. Experience is going up. We've got some good air experience as well. Nice. We're doing well. We've got an army on here. They need a bit of retraining because we modified them. We basically put some more troops in, so they need retraining. You know, when we changed the template, it affected all the existing armies, not just future ones. One thing to watch that, by the way, folks. If you're not experienced with the game and you mess around with division templates, if you've got 100 divisions in the field and you change the template, it's going to affect all those divisions. Not so big a penalty at the start of the game, but if you do that in the middle of a war, you can find yourself in massive trouble. So we're going to try and cut these guys off here. We don't really have much backup at the moment. Actually, should I do this? I'm going to do a cut off here first, I think. Oh, I've only got one tank in there. Just hang on. That's a little bit... yeah, I'd forgotten I'd separated them. And let's make sure we've got some assistance in there. Nice. All we need to do now is just assist, and we'll get that. Right, let's have a look at this. There's a decision to take. Oh, it's the MIFO bills. Yeah, let's just ignore those. Just best to ignore them. 200 points. Here we go. We're going to put in the military high command, Erwin Rommel. Excellent. So that'll instantly boost our armor divisions. Now, light tanks are okay in the early game, very early game. You don't want to be using them sort of mid to late game at all. Not in the front line role. If you manage to use something else to break the enemy's front line, light tank divisions can actually be useful to scoot round behind them. And I have used them successfully myself in the past like that. We're not having a lot of success, or are we? The issues are supplies coming in, but we are slowly beating this back. Cool, we got this. So this one gives us a bonus for excavation, which basically increases our resources. And this will grant military factory construction speed and civilian construction speed and dockyards. Excellent. All good. This is the coal liquidization. That's going to give us a free synthetic refinery and a research bonus for doing the next level of it, which is great. That one. Maximum infrastructure in... Oh, I've probably... Let's get that now. And let's just cross off. Yeah, let's cross these off because we're going to get some of these for free, I think. That's okay. We hadn't actually put much effort into that. Actually, the one I cancelled might not have been one of the free ones, but it doesn't matter. We'll also put in a little bit of military factory goodness because we want some more of those. Ready for the Air Force. Oh, I think I've put maybe... Yeah, I maxed that out. I hadn't actually intended to max that out. That's fine. Hold down shift and click. It will put multiple orders in for that. Right, so my tanks came to a bit of a crashing halt. I'm going to pull them out of there. It's okay, we've got things surrounded, but I'm pulling them back to where they can get supply better. And I'm hoping, because a little corridor like that, it's not going to be good. I'm hoping this is going to be better, right? Yeah, one's instantly got supply. They've got supply. Being out of supply, being low on fuel, it's a huge penalty. So they've recovered pretty much everything. In they go again. Very good. Very good. You can see it's getting us some nice experience. The fuel situation is all over the place at the moment. Green arrows means it's going up and it's going to take 1.2 years till we've filled our stock up. A red arrow means it's going down and it tells you how quickly it's going to run out. And I'm going to let you into a little secret that I did not know that until somebody pointed it out in one of my videos and after I'd played about 800 plus hours of the game. So it doesn't matter how much of this game you've played, there's always something else to learn. I'm going across a river there, which isn't great, but they're surrounded, so it's going to go. Okay, so I'm going to show you a splitting up move here. We're going to move our 2 units into position. Supply is still not great. We're going to attack 1, but we're going to attack from 2 sides. I was kind of thinking that the enemy might have, our allies might have been coming with us on this one, but it turns out that they're not. It's okay though, because it does look like we're pushing them back. Yep, we're knocking down their cohesion, the green bar. It's their organisation, actually. And that's the thing you want to get nice and high. That's why I like those all-infantry divisions for pure defence. They have really high organisation. They will last in place a long time. They're not good for attacking though, so be aware of that. So... oh, that noise, that's better. Right, okay. So, we could research. We're in 37 now. Nothing desperate there. Marines and paratroopers if we want them. Paratroopers are a bit more of an advanced thing. I've never had a lot of success with them myself, but some people do and absolutely love them. So we can do any of the industries. I'm going to go for Dispersed Industry 2, I think. We do want to get the industries built up nice and quick. Right, let's start building a second army here. Nope, we've got it in there. Do you know what we need? We need a field marshal in here, and we need everyone running these as well. Everyone can be over the same one. It's fine. Let's put von Rundstedt. He looks like he'll do the job. And we've got a new guy here. Who would we like? Guderian, Panzer leaders. It doesn't really matter that. There's lots of Panzer leaders, so we might have lots of little Panzer armies. There's a cavalryman there. Are there any pure infantry guys left? I'd be surprised. There's lots of Panzer leaders in this. There are some. Excellent. I'll put the infantry guys in. That one doesn't need one at the moment. We'll figure out what we're doing with that. And we can give Rundstedt. We'll give him the organisation for the reinforced rate. We want to pick up charismatic too in time. Nice. So we've got some good things going off. We want to start thinking about the Anschluss because we should have a lot of guys in the field now, right? Free manpower, use manpower in the field. Nearly. Okay, that's going to be our next focus. We're going to go for the Anschluss and we're going to peacefully occupy Austria. That's exactly what we want to do. Let's also get that on for the industry. So we're kicking ahead now. So where are the tanks going? Let's go back onto Rommel. He's nearly through. Keep pushing that single one. We've got some infantry coming around behind us, which is excellent. Take one. Oh, God, okay. We're going to have to fight for this one, I think. It looks like we've got some naval support from somewhere, have we? Yeah, they're getting a shore bombardment, but nothing to do with me, so... oh, it'd be the Spanish Navy? Did Franco inherit some navy? He might have done. Anyway, it looks like we're going to grab this, which is great. Another port, which is ours. And all we need to do is just cut this off. That guy's gone. That guy's about to go. And then this is how we fight. I'm not using any front lines here, but you'll see me use plenty of that later on. Right, so we're going to... oh, hang on. All that guy's blue. No, that way, then that way. We're going to push through up there. So we can see this is coming through one division at a time, which is annoying. We'll just leave it till it builds up a few. But we've got 3 civilian factories, so we can build whatever we want with this. Do we want more refineries? We are still short of rubber. We could build fuel silos, which is useful later on. Dockyards, also useful. A naval base. A big naval base is also useful. It's not essential early on, though, so we can go for airfields. We can go anti-air. Actually, I don't feel like that's urgent. Probably just military factories. We'll just go military factories. Put some in Brandenburg and all over the place. There we go. The more of those we have, the more guns and tanks we can blast out. So the tanks, nice. Let's make sure we've got this. Brilliant. We've got the Reichsautobahn. Now that one. Whoops. Hang on. I always do that over a war zone. Let's go and take another look. So the Autobahn was the one that gives us the tasty maximum infrastructure. That's good. And we're now going to go and grab... I still can't do it. Okay. I haven't got quite enough in the field. It's coming. It's coming. It's going to be there pretty quickly. We can take Air Innovations, which gives us... It'll give the option to give us a new air commander. It does. We can do that one for the synthetic fuel, which would be good. This one gives us infrastructure, construction speed, and railway. There's some nice things under there, but I don't think that it's necessary to go in straight away. Synthetic rubber. Nice. Oh, that's going to help. So maybe we should go down this. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything super important. We're only in 37, so I think we're okay. That one. Trade relations with Sweden are improved. That can also wait. So this will give us a load of civilian factories. 35 units of train. That's nice. It leads on to a load more civilian factories. This would get everything built so much faster, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay. Because all we're really doing, we don't need the fuel just yet. Because we're not in a major fight. All we're doing is messing around with these guys. Can we just add you in there? So this means we've got air support. That means we're surrounding the enemy. That means the enemy's getting a shore bombardment on the heads, and we've got air superiority. This is nice. I like playing the game stock. I think one of the main reasons to buy the expansions is because they enhance the focus trees. Like Germany, you've seen we've got a good focus tree there. Spain, France, Italy, lots of other countries, maybe not. Playing them stock, maybe not so many options. Doesn't mean to say they're not a good nation to play. It just means options are a bit more limited. So that's probably the main reason to buy the expansions. However, I will say that whilst the expansions come with changed focus trees, which are welcome, they also come sometimes with extra mechanics which either complicate or slow down the game, which are not always so welcome. Things like the espionage, some people like it, some people don't. It's entirely down to personal taste. I feel like it often detracts a bit from the game. But I don't know, it's nice to play with. For me, the novelty wears off for that quite fast. And there's other things that it brings in, so if you want to play the game stock, just enjoy it. Don't feel like you're missing out. When you feel like you've played so much of the game stock that you want a new experience, that's the time to start looking for expansions. Like the Man the Guns ones, it does add a load of other naval stuff in. Most of it is just extra stuff to research though, so if your nation doesn't have an awful lot of good research slots, like France doesn't at the start of the game, it's actually more stuff to research that you will struggle to get researched. So it's not always a great thing. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to throw that out now. I don't want to do anything there. Over in the industry. Oh, we could get construction. That would help the rubber situation. I will get that. I can trade for rubber. We can go onto the international market and I could trade with anyone for rubber and they would sell it to me. But I'm going to try and hold off a bit on that. We're trying to save our civilian factories. So let's see if we can tidy up a little bit here. What are we doing? We want to go through... Oh, I see a good cut-off opportunity here. We're going to surround that lot. So Spain's in trouble. It looks like we're going to get this done. Some military factories not being used. We've got close air support being built up, which is great. We've got fighters. We've got light tanks, which won't be doing a lot. We need more support equipment. And we need more... Oh, we need more support equipment because I've ordered a crap ton of troops. That's fair enough. We're okay for trains and trucks, which is great stuff. Tactical bombers. I might be building some. It's Tactical Bomber 1. They're okay. They're not ancient interwar things, so that's good. That's fine. We'll cancel that one. Germany does use those. We can develop anything we want, but whether we wish to is another matter. I mean, are we short of light tanks? Not really. Just one. It's support equipment and infantry equipment that we're really low on. So I am going to put 2 into there. We're going to find, I think, that we're short on aluminium. Unless we've got some. If I click on resources, let's see what we've got. Okay, we've got Ah, we've got more aluminium than I thought. That's nice. We don't need to trade for that yet. Actually, we've got quite good aluminium stocks. We go into this. I'm going to click on infrastructure. So those were the 4 lots of free infrastructure that we got. So I cancelled all the others, which, as it turns out, are in places that we probably do want developing. So that's a whole load of extra steel. This is all aluminium over here that we can benefit from. That's a ton of steel. I'm going to order this now. And then, as I say, we can cancel it. And if I forget about it, that's basically all our resources going to be maxed out in Germany. That's going to be excellent. Excellent. Okay, that's going to be good. Because not many people are going to want to trade with us when we kick things off later. Spoiler alert. We are the baddies. Look at this lovely experience our armoured divisions are building up. Okay, we're going to order that. Just with a shift click. Do we have more points to spend here? What's in... I mean, I could change... I could go to extensive conscription to get more manpower. Not necessarily urgent yet. Oh, let's go for a tank designer. Right, let me just have a think about this. So we've got Henschel. This will give us, as well as giving us research speed, all will give us research speed for the armor lines. That's great. That's max speed and reliability. That's armor and hard attack. And that's reliability and soft attack. That's a good one. Reliability and soft attack is a good one because you will be attacking soft targets most of the time. That's probably least important for us. But I like the speed. 10% reliability is quite good. But then so is 5% soft attack. I'm going to go for the medium tank designer. I'm going to base this around medium tanks. I'm going to pick that. And we are actually getting to the point where we're going to build some medium tanks soon. So that's going to be awesome. Right. We will just, I think, watch our infantry go in there. Sorry, our tanks go in there. And we shall decide what we're going to do next and how we're going to win this fight against the dastardly Spanish.